Now, it seems like the Patriotic Alliance putting in maximum effort to ensure there's equality within the workplace, and they're starting at home. It's always the best place to start. First look inside, shouldn't you? Joburg MMC for Health and Social Development, Ashley Sauls the first, has launched the, and I hope I get this right, Goetes Moet Balance recruitment drive for both the health and social development departments. Ashley Sauls joining us as well. Ashley Sauls the first, and I want to see if I can get this right. Ashley, I'm not embarrassed if I get this wrong. You can correct me. Goetes Moet Balance. Also, Izinte Mele Zilingane.
The Goetes Moet Balance one is correct, Gary.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think I was going to get the second one right, but
the second one is
give me credit for trying. Try.
Izinto Mele Zilingane.
Okay, well, I thought I'd give it a go. I don't want to get it wrong. So look, it's interesting because most of the time when we speak to political parties and movements, it's very quick to point the finger outside and go, they must change things. These organizations must do something differently. But you're looking inward. So tell me about this. What is the plan? What's the idea?
Look, I mean, all across the country now, everybody's seeing that our president is setting the tone, His Excellency Goetes Moet for the Patriotic Alliance. And that tone is we want to be all-inclusive. We want to serve all South Africans and make this country better for all South Africans. And so it's no different for wherever we serve. And also, I mean, one of the 7 mayoral priorities is to be an inclusive city. And so in line with that, the first thing that had to happen is I had 40 days to ensure that if there are jobs available within my department, we need to open up those jobs because the unemployment rate is very high in the city of Johannesburg. And so we determined that there was 972 vacant positions. You want me to explain how?
No, I was about to ask you how many positions were available. Because I remember the talk around the 40 days, that line in the sand drawn.
Yes.
And it looks like you've achieved that. So 972 jobs found, or 972 positions found within 40 days. I'll tell you why it's so interesting, because imagine how many other positions are actually available if the homework is done to go and find them.
Absolutely. But what was more interesting was, obviously, we are in full support of employment equity. So it's important that our departments represent all South Africans. We want all races to be a part of the Department of Health and Social Development. But what was interesting when we looked at the numbers, there was targets set out of a total of 3,864. 3,864 only for the Department of Health, not even social development included. You had the EE targets was below for all the other races. Indian Africans, you had 35 out of 3,864 jobs. White African, you had 57 in total. I'm not talking about one compartment, I'm talking about the entire health department in the entire city of Johannesburg, from drivers to nurses to everybody. Colored African, 92. And so we were saying, you know, the Aldo's voice in my head came out to say, Goetes balance, you know. And so the mandate is to say, let's balance things. And that's where the whole concept of Goetes Moet Balance came up, to say we must balance the department so that we have an all-inclusive arrangement within both departments of health and social development. And so this drive now, as a matter of fact, the EE targets for black Africans was over-exceeded by 1,616. So that number over-exceeded is more than the current jobs available, the current vacant positions available. So we said, let's go on a recruitment drive to try and balance it out, so that we have a situation that when you walk into our departments, you see all races. And so that's the commitment that we have, to be an inclusive city. And of course, the political mandate is to say we serve all South Africans.
And what's the end target? We're talking about a lot of numbers here. You give me 972, which were done in the first 40 days, or that was the line in the sand I spoke about. 3,864, if I had the number correctly. What's the target you're trying to aim for here? What's the goal you set yourself?
Well, to fill all 972 vacant posts before this financial year ends, right? Before the new budget year. So we're looking at about 4,808 jobs in total. But the idea is that this 972, we want to have everyone that ever felt that they are not wanted within the Department of Health and Social Development, all those underrepresented race groups, we are saying you are welcome to come. We are coming out to South Africa and we're saying, this department of ours, if you feel that you are called, because we work with the most vulnerable, we work with the sick, we work with the poor, we work with the homeless. This is not for someone that just wants a career move. This is for someone that feels you are called.
It's not just a job.
It's not just a job, it's a calling. It's
how do they answer that calling? Just for someone who's watching this now going, I'm loving what Ashley is saying, I want to do this, I want to get involved. When you say answer the call, how do they do this? Do they come to the department? Where are people going to sign up, to get involved, to have their voices heard? What do they do?
Right now, you can go onto the official website for the city, www.joburg.org.za. You go under vacancies, you'll see those vacancies there. From now until the end of May, this 972 jobs will be available for you to be a part of, whether it be in health or social development. But we're welcoming everybody to come. The concept is Joburg Cares, right? And the care in our department, the acronym means called to act with passion, respond with compassion, and execute your duties with military precision. So if you feel that you're called, you are who we are looking for. It doesn't matter your race. As a matter of fact, it's not just about race. It's also about employment equity for persons living with disabilities. We want you to come too. We want you to be involved. The department, the face of this department is changing. We are opening up our arms and we're saying that the problem and the challenges are massive within the city. We need people with passion. We need people with compassion to join this department. And we are opening up for everybody to come. Goetes Moet Balance.
Goetes Moet Balance. Can I ask, because it would be remiss of me if I don't, and I'm sure you wouldn't be surprised by my question, are we opening up our arms for doctors and nurses? The number of interviews I've done on the health department, whether it's provincial, citywide, national, doctors and nurses saying, we are qualified, use us, we are here, we're being told, Ashley, you'll know this, that there aren't enough doctors, there aren't enough nurses, and yet we're being inundated with messages saying, I'm a qualified doctor, I'm a qualified nurse, use me. Where do you sit on this? How do we try and fix that problem as well, while you are fixing the other job vacancies?
Yes, part of the 972 vacant posts includes nurses and doctors. So we do want nurses and doctors to come. We want you to come, and for the next term. Also, it's going to continue. We're going to balance out this department. The idea is we want all races to be part of this department. And just to show that we care, because before I'm an MMC, I'm a councillor. And a councillor is meant to serve. We are meant to serve all people. And so I want to give my personal cell phone number to say we're changing the shape of politics right now. And I want every resident in this city, if you have a complaint and a compliment, please, you can tell me that directly. 073.
Yeah, I'm going to write this down. 073
665 1215. 073 665 1215. And Gareth, if you want to test, here's the phone. You can test to see
I believe you.
if it's the actual number. And I want the residents in the city of Joburg to know that we care.
I'm actually going to take you up on your test, because I'm sure that you've been quite legit about this.
But I actually want... so you're going to have to look at it.
That's okay. You can hold it up for me. 073 665 1215. I hope I got this right. I'm going to phone someone else by mistake and they're busy having lunch. I'm sure it's going to ring in just a moment. 073 665 1215.
And I've got Gareth's number, everybody.
There it is. And now you've got my cell phone number. Please don't show them my cell phone number. Actually, I'll tell you why this is so commendable, because very few people, in fact, I think no one I've ever spoken to will give out their personal number on this. So just to remind viewers of that number, 073 665 1215. Why, I want to ask this in closing to you, why has this been so easy for you to get right? It seems like such a simple solution, isn't it? We know about the job vacancies, we know about the shortages, we know about the EE, and we know the problems. Why have you been able to turn this around so quickly and come up with a plan? Previous leadership would only tell us about problems. Were they lying, or were they just incapable? Just in closing.
Well, I'm not one to talk about other people, and I've inherited the department, and in inheritance you don't choose what you inherit, but when you have it, it's yours. So I inherited this department with all its challenges, all its issues, all its problems. I think also it's the political mandate, so there's political will. And then secondly, I could never have done it on my own. I'll be lying if I say to you, Gareth, I've done it on my own. I live by a mantra. I can't, but we can. I mean, there's been a lot of people. The two directors Executive Director for Health, Mr. Matome, he's been hard at work at this too, believe in the vision. Mr. Franz, the acting ED for Health, has worked hard on this. Our HR department, Kumari, Nontle, we have my fellow MMCs, MMC Not, for example. The executive mayor herself, when we shared the vision of Goetes Moet Balance, she was on top of it. So it is not just the people, the immediate people in my office, Offensive, Charles, Irvan, all of them, the RHDDs in the different regions. I cannot do this on my own. And so I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to all of them for making this possible, and to fill 972 jobs is going to be a nightmare for HR, but I want to say thank you for them for jumping on board so that we can balance out things. Goetes Moet Balance.
Goetes Moet Balance, and it looks like we're moving in the right direction. 972 jobs, and imagine how many more can be accommodated as well. Ashley Sauls, thank you very much for coming in and giving out his cell phone number on air. That wasn't me. That was Ashley. That wasn't me. 073-665-1215. So the recruitment drive known as Goetes Moet Balance. If you want to get more, say it again for me.
I'm
not going to try because I'm going to get it wrong. Okay, but there we go. That's the campaign. So if you want to be involved, as you heard from Ashley Sauls, the MMC for Health and Social Development, Ashley Sauls the first, you can phone him, you can go onto the website, and you can get involved. No more red tape, it seems, is the issue right now. Ashley, I appreciate you,
Thank you,
for coming in to speak to us this afternoon.